Hello and welcome to the Gradual Report. My name's Danny. I am here. Morning. This morning I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to make a video about. And I really had no idea because not a whole lot's going on. Because I can't do my stand-up comedy online because then when you guys come to the show it won't be as funny. And I am that self-centered. So I hopped on YouTube and guess what I saw? The final presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. So today, in a rare occurrence, we step out of ourselves and get political. I will analyze the politicalness of the situation. Yeah.
Welcome to the Gradual Report, where we gradually report.
Now let me start by saying that I have never voted, even though I was required to register to vote when I started law school. When I started law school, it was like very important to being in law school that you're registered. I have never actually felt that any candidate has fairly represented my interests because they haven't ever. Yeah, none. Not a one ever. Not even Mr. Obama's. Not even the Mr. Obama. Certainly not anyone before him. He's just all big bank, corporation, yabba yabba. I think the only people's interests who are getting looked after are corporate America and the rich. Now, that said, I have often people ask me Obama, people ask Trump or Clinton, and I usually tell them something like, well, that's like asking me Satan or Hitler. Which do you prefer? At this point, I'm thinking Satan. So I'm watching the debate, fresh, clean mind, and I'm trying to figure out, how did this happen? How did this weirdness happen? How is Donald Trump on the same stage as this veteran politicians? And I honestly, I've only seen the snippet that you see on like the Daily Show and the Colbert and the whole thing where they just show like him losing his shit and saying, kill everybody, you know? And I was like, well, that's not, but then on the other hand, I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. It would be hilarious, you know, in a scary, terrifying, you know, Hitler sort of way to have him in the office there, watching him flip his shit, just firing. You're fired. Head of the CIA, you're fired. Head of the FBI, you're fired. Head of the government, you're fired. Probably fire himself. I'm fired. I fire myself. I mean, Hitler was considered a joke, you know, in the 1920s until, you know, and then he was all like, kill the Jews. Trump's kind of like a joke, except he's all like, kill the Muslims. Well, he's not killed them yet. Definitely leaning towards that. Hillary, however, is a very seasoned politician, and I get the feeling that she will say whatever she needs to get elected. But then I don't really think she's gonna follow through on her middle out, bottom up growth policy. I just don't believe you, Hillary. I just don't believe you. I think voting for you is just gonna be voting for the established system that is already in place, that is suppressing the white middle class, or hunting us, really, if you're to believe Trump. A vote for Donald Trump, however, is a vote well outside the boundaries of the established system. It would be akin to taking a stick and putting it in the front spoke of a bicycle. Two things are gonna happen. One, you could totally flip the bicycle and destroy everything. Or two, you end up with one wheel with a really big spoke, depending on how the system breaks. Personally think that if we are going to go the direction of dismantling the system, there are more intelligent ways to go about it than voting for Trump or blowing it up. Kind of the same thing to me. Personally, I would have liked to see the Bernie Sanders movement continue on in its momentum and be the balancing side of this weird political equation. But it looks like that's gonna take another 4 years of people giving a shit, which may or may not happen no matter who gets elected. Personally, I'm gonna go with vote for Hillary, then impeach Hillary, and get a new election. Oh wait, that makes us Australia. Oh god. Big decision. Big decision, but not really. I mean, the obvious choice for sanity is Hillary. But doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is kind of crazy too. Oh, the American political system. Obviously, Donald Trump is a narcissistic, crazy man baby. His criticism against the system in place are some of my criticisms. And I think that's why people identify with him, even though he's a billionaire. It's not because he's rich. It's because he is of either average or below average intelligence. If you look at the way he speaks and the words he says, and you were to say, this is how he thinks, you have to say that he is of average or slightly below average intelligence. The only reason he's a billionaire, maybe, I mean, could be lying about that, is because his father, you know, handed him the gold golden amulet from which to produce more gold. It's too bad they don't have like a random choice, you know? Like it's like Hillary, Donald Trump, or just like anyone else, you know, where we just randomly pick a person that lives in the United States to be the president. I would almost roll the dice on that one. But a vote for anyone else is kind of like a vote for Donald Trump at this point. So much going on. So we identify with him because he is of our retarded intelligence level. He has a lot of the same problems with the system that is in place. His solutions to these problems, however, are a little crazy. Like crazy. He's a crazy person. Hillary is the status quo, and voting for her is like a non-event. It's like everything's gonna keep getting shittier. Maybe. I mean, the way she tells it, it's not getting shittier. But the way my bank account tells it in relation to my credit card bills, I can assure you they are. That has more to do with YouTube shifting more towards main media and slowly choking off the independent creator, which may or may not be Hillary's fault. I don't think it is. Maybe I just suck at what I do. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing though, fucking goddamn, I'm really good at stand-up comedy. So you know, all my eggs in that basket. More than anything, I'm curious to see how you guys are gonna vote. So in the comments below, tell me who I should vote for and why. Oh my god, Kenny, you're just fishing for comments, aren't you? No, I would never do that. Maybe. I'm way above that. Really? Are you? Really? You guys want to know which candidate I endorse in absence of Mr. Sanders? I'm afraid I have to go with. But I would like to continue the Sanders social movement in reforming the Democratic Party and actually put a politician in office in the next 4 years that will fairly represent an intelligent person, which I consider myself often. You know, free thinking, all that. I love you, my little lemdrops. Do join us on Tuesday when we continue.